Hello and welcome to Insight Magazine here at I-24 News. In this show, we bring you a truly exceptional testimony from the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. We go back to May 22, 2002. It's the height of the Second Intifada. Arin Ahmed is a 20-year-old student at the University of Bethlehem, and she's just received a package containing the 30-kilogram bomb that will turn her into a suicide bomber. As instructed, she heads to the target near Tel Aviv, a crowded public place in the town of Rishon LeZion. Her goal? To kill as many Israeli civilians as possible when she blows herself up. With her finger on the detonator, her eyes meet those of a small baby in the crowd, and right there she knows she can't go through with it. After turning herself in to the Israeli police, she was convicted of complicity in terrorism and served 6 years in prison. With her unprecedented decision, she started a new life's mission, using words and not weapons or blind hate. Over the years since this incident, she's worked hard to build a new life. Here's The Bride of Allah by Henrique Cymerman.
May 22, 2002. Arin Ahmed, a 21-year-old business administration student from the Bethlehem University, knew it was her last day alive.
I told them that I want to change and I want to do something to change this situation. And they told me it's okay, that we will help you in a way or another. So they decided to send me to Rishon LeZion and make explosion. But in that day I knew that I want to go to Rishon LeZion and to explode myself.
Her operators from the Al-Aqsa Brigade, belonging to Al-Fatah movement, controlling the West Bank, decided to take her by car to the Israeli-populated city of Rishon LeZion, south of Tel Aviv. The young Palestinian from Bet Sahur received a backpack with a 30-kilo bomb inside it. She didn't tell a soul, not her friends, not her family.
To put the handbag and how to explode it, that's it.
It was a handbag?
A handbag.
Not in your
No.
body? Okay. And what? How did you explode? What did they say to you? What should you do to explode it?
There was a point in my hand that I have to switch it on.
Arin was not alone. Along with her came a 16-year-old Palestinian adolescent, Issa Batir. Their task was to explode themselves at the entrance of the Gana Moshava Park, next to the backgammon tables where a big group of pensioners meet daily to play. Arin was supposed to go second and explode her load after the teenager was to operate his, while rescue forces were already on site. But something went wrong.
When I reached there, I saw the people and I saw them carefully. They're laughing and they're moving, they have parks and they live as all the others, except us as a Palestinian. In that moment, I looked at a woman have a baby. That baby smiled and looked at me. So I looked at him, and in that moment, I thought in many strange thoughts and in a different way. I don't know if his mother or his father or him will be killed, and I don't know if I have the right to kill those, I think, innocent people.
For 10 long minutes, Arin wandered around, confused, with a bomb bag in her hands. Thoughts were storming her mind, and she was very upset.
I couldn't imagine myself doing what I hate in the others. So this thing, I think that smile from that baby, I don't know who's him, stopped me.
Arin put the bag down on the ground and told her partner Issa that it would be a mistake to do the suicide attack and that they must go back home now. Arin called her operators up and said the surprising following.
I want to come back. Why? What? There are many people wanted to be instead of you. I told them, I don't care. I want to come back. Just I want to come back. It's a very harm and very dangerous decision. and you have to pay for that decision. I told them, this is my life, and this is my decision, and I want to come back. They gave up. I think that they gave up. They talked to me many times. They closed the phone, and there were no answers from them. After 3 hours, they gave up and told me, okay.
Arin was driven back home by car, and the youngster accompanying her stayed behind, apparently to visit Tel Aviv. She asked Issa to leave for Palestine and not to die.
If you want to be shaheed, it's better for you to live here and save your culture, save your identity, save your ideas as a Palestinian, save your land, and keep living here. It's more better than dying. And when I reached home at 11 o'clock, I heard in the news that there is explosion in that place. I knew the place, and he exploded himself.
Arin's partner killed 3 human beings and wounded dozens of persons. She never dared to check if the baby who smiled at her was one of the victims. 6 days later, the Israeli army knocked on her door and she was taken to prison and was convicted to 6 years. In prison, Arin passed her time with embroidery and long conversations with Israeli women jailers. After leaving the Israeli prison, Arin went through a major personal change. She started dating Sami, another prisoner who she met as soon as she got out. He came to interview her and they fell in love. Martyrdom is considered by radical Palestinians to be a wedding with God. However, Arin decided not to be God's bride, but rather married Sami in 2009.
I don't know how to explain it. Destiny is hidden. I have wiped out my past. Today I am opening a fresh page with my family and my new family. I hope everything continues this way with my new family.
Because of her sensitivity, she was not able to go through with the operation, and that is why we're here today. She believes that the children deserve to live, and that it is not their fault, because people deserve to live. Thanks to this, today we can be here.
Four years later, in the summer of 2013, we went back to see the couple in Beit Sahur. This time they greeted us with their children. But everybody in her neighborhood knows her past.
They don't ask by their tongues, they ask by their eyes. And I ignore the answer, and I think this is my life, this is the past. I have a future, I have my own life now. No one have the right to ask me this thing, and if you want to ask, Google it. Why don't you Google it?
The new family is going through major economic difficulties. Arin tried to get a job at the Palestinian National Authority.
The authority doesn't mercy me, and no one mercy. The life is very hard and tough, and even at looking for a job, I have a BA degree in business administration, minor marketing. Until now, I didn't found any job because, as they say, the security file that I have made the bosses think twice and 3 times. We don't need this person or this source in our communities.
Arin and her husband Sami El Aza decided to open a new page. At the Astra radio station in Bethlehem, every week they broadcast several hours of programs and music dedicated to the 8,000 Palestinian prisoners held in Israeli jails. Samuel Aza supports the Palestinian incarcerated rights, but he's against terrorist operations like the one his wife almost carried out.
I feel happy when I hear that there were no Jewish children injured in an explosion. I believe people should be able to live at any place in the world. And I am happy God sent her a message that she must keep on living. Because that's not our way to solve the problems. There are other ways, like our radio station, articles, or films that show our opposition to Israel. The strategy of words is much stronger than blowing up Jews. We must send a humanitarian message, not a destructive one.
In one of their programs where Arin accepts to be interviewed live, I ask her the inevitable question.
And your girl tells you she wants to become a shahida, a martyr. What will you as a mom tell her?
It's a very difficult answer, but as I treat all the people, I respect their opinions, their ideas. Maybe I will advise her in a way or another to change up her mind, or maybe I will tell her if she know or she believes that this is the only way. It will be so hard to me to tell her, okay. I can't imagine that moment.
يعني بده يطلع مثلنا ابننا يعني او مش راح اسمح له. احنا اللي عشناه واللي جربناه. I won't let my children explode themselves. On the contrary, I will educate them in another way. I don't agree if they fall in love with Israel because there is an occupation, but we didn't reach nothing with the first and second intifada. I need my children to struggle in different ways.
11 years after she almost exploded, I asked Arin if she would have done things differently, if she regrets her decision to stay in this world.
Every day I pass in the life, I say to myself, this is the best choice I took for my life. This is the best one.
Welcome back to the Inside Studios here, and welcome Henrique to the studios once again.
Thank you.
Good to have you. I must start with this. Have any other women done this before? Is this really an unprecedented act?
No, I think it's a unique case, this event. I think it's the only time that a woman was prepared really to blow herself in a city, in an Israeli city, and in the last moment, with the bomb near her, she decided not to do it for any reason at all, in this case because of the smile of a baby. So it's quite incredible. There were other women that were caught before they were captured because there was an information about them before they went to the city, to the Israeli city to do it. And there were some others, 10 more or less, who did it, causing dozens of victims in Israel.
Well, how does the jihad profile these recruits for suicide attacks? Did they miss something with her, or what was the difference here?
Well, in the Shin Bet, the Israeli security services, they tried really to do a kind of psychological profile of these 80 women that we know. There were 200 human bombs, between them 80 women. And they tried to understand what kind of women, and there is something they understood, which is some of them were pregnant and they were single, for instance, or they were unfaithful or accused of being unfaithful. So somebody came to them and said to them, look, you have a chance here to clean the name of your family and your honor. So if you want, you can do it. So many cases, this was exactly what happened. But there are others that simply were a reaction of despair to go and to blow themselves in the Israeli cities.
So it is exceptional that they target women, to recruit women for this, looking for weaknesses in people there that they can exploit to some degree. Well, now that Arin is married with kids, how does she envision her future from here? Where does it go from here?
It's not easy for her because, in a way, some people ask her with their eyes, as she said to me, why? Why did it happen? You had a chance to go to paradise, to become a hero, to become a martyr, a shahida, and you didn't do it. Why? How come? And she said it's not comfortable for her to answer to these questions all the time. But today she wants to be an activist for peace. She thinks that terrorism is not the way, really, and she wants to bring another future to the Middle East. But she has a problem. She's not accepted. She can't have a job because of her past in the government, mainly in the Palestinian territories. So she's thinking maybe about the possibility of going to Norway with her family. She said, maybe that's the chance to give a better future to my kids.
Truly, thank you very much, Henrique. Truly inspirational story.
Thank you.
Well, goodbye, and thank you. Join us again next week at the same time here at Insight Magazine.